17th of November, Rabbi Furst, Pierke Avos.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rabbi.
Hey, good morning to everyone. This is Rabbi Shlomo Furst here, Yeshivat Samanavshi here in Yerushalayim, care of Zoom. We are learning our first year. We're progressing through our understanding of why we keep 8 days Hanukah, and believe it or not 9 days. And we'll continue on. Let me just put the document on the screen for you as well. Should be coming up in a moment. There we are. And let's see, we'll start. Let's see. Website, but Ahmed could also mean a page as well.
Okay. Let me put this a little louder. Okay. 1 second. Okay.
Sorry, I
So
lost my connection.
B'Shem Baal Ha'itim.
Ha'itim, right?
Okay. Baal Ha'itim. Lama ein anu osim tisha yimei Hanukah kamo she'anu osim b'chag hasukot tisha yamim. Okay, so why don't we make Hanukkah 9 days, kamo similar, that we make the holiday of Sukkot 9 days?
Right.
Safek Shmini. There's a doubt about the 8 days.
And so there's a doubt. So this is a doubt on Sukkot. Since there's a doubt about the 8th day, we do another 9th day, because we're in doubt about the 8th day. So similarly, why don't we do the same by Hanukkah? That's the question.
So I actually have a quick question about the 9 days of Sukkot, because does that mean Shmini Atzeret and Simchat Torah are considered part of Sukkot?
Yeah, I mean, in a general way, they are. They're really considered. It's really considered like the Yom Tov Achron of Sukkot. In many respects, it's considered to be, and actually is, its own Yom Tov in and of itself. But it's also considered part of the Chag of Sukkot as well, generally speaking.
Okay. V'teretz mipnei shechag hasukot min Torah. So the answer is because the holiday of Sukkot is from the Torah. V'hachmiro razal al sviko lefi she'ein anu kovim ata al pi haraya.
Hariyah, the sighting of the new moon.
Okay, so and Chazal is strict concerning a doubt.
What is it? When it's a deraisa, when it's a doubt midaraisa, we have to be strict.
I see. Lefi she'ein, therefore, we do not.
Lefi she'ein anu, since she'ein anu, that we are not.
Oh, we are not. I thought kovim means fixed.
Well, yeah, but she'anu kovim, we are not fixing the calendar. We don't fix it.
Oh, we don't fix it. Okay.
Al Piria, according to the sighting of the moon. Meaning our calendars, we have a different criteria by which we fix our calendar. It's been established for us for the last 1800 years or so. But it was originally done in keeping with the sighting of the new moon.
Okay.
I once heard a speech in Shul in Philadelphia. Actually, this person I think lives in Telsto now. He said that he checked into it, and that the scientists scientifically proved that our announcement of the time, the halachim, the seconds and the milliseconds and all that is off. That actually astronomically it's not perfect, but he said that we have to follow what the Chachamim said.
I heard the opposite.
We can't go by what the
when NASA was making the moon,
hello, lost you.
the moon missions of the Molar science. That's right.
I'm sorry, I lost the audio on that. Could you ever repeat that, please?
When NASA was making the moon missions and they had to calculate the longitudinal timings of the moon, they used our calculations, not the scientific calculations.
Really?
That's
Wow.
right. Look in the
That's
art scroll.
interesting.
Look in the art scroll in the Gemara in Rosh Hashanah. It mentions this point.
I'm going to get in touch with the person who lives in Telston. He's a former Philadelphian. I'm going to mention that to him. I'm sure he's aware of what the art scroll says.
Okay.
Yeah. See what he says about that. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
Let's see one second.
Which art scroll volume are we talking about?
That would be in Rosh Hashanah. Let me see if I can find it for a
Oh,
second.
it's a Gemara. It's a commentary on the Gemara.
Yeah, I mean they make us an aside on the
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Rosh Hashanah. Okay.
let's see. So, let's see. If I'm not mistaken, it's maybe on Daf Chalpamid base.
Mhm.
Maybe let me see if I can. Maybe I have a similar commentary, but yeah, if you want to get hold of it.
It's interesting that NASA was aware that such information was available from the Torah.
Yeah, they probably got a copy of their art scroll.
Wow.
Soda Ebor, 1 second. Soda Ebor. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We can. If I have a chance, there's a copy of the art scroll close by where I live. I can take another look just to verify that. Yeah. Let's go on. Let's continue further.
Okay. Aval Hanukah shehi midivrehem heim amru la'asot shmona yemei Hanukah. Okay, but for Hanukkah, it is from their words. They said to observe 8 days of Hanukkah. Heim amru cheshbon hamoladot. And they said from the that's Adkan. And they said from the calculation of the molad, end quote. Okay. Maharar Mizrahi, the Chudsho al Smag, Katav, the Zechel Libracha, the Yesh Lit Moa, Lama Lo Nahagu Bisman Hazeh, Lahadlik Tet Yamim, Misafek. Okay, let's see. So let's see. And what's the Maharab Mizrahi?
No, that's the Rav Eliyahu Mizrahi. Yeah,
Oh, Mizrahi. Okay. In his Chidushay, on Smag, he wrote, Zecher Lebracha, V'yesh, let's see, Lit Moa.
There's to question, there's to be, or to wonder, there's to be to wonder.
Oh, Lit Moa is to wonder.
Right.
Why don't we, no, Nahagu, why didn't they at this time light 9 for
Right.
9 days? Because it's a suffix.
Right.
Kimo Yom Tov, just like Yom Tov, when we have the second day Yom Tov. Okay. Shehare Megillah, Af Agav, the Midrabanan, Hi Hayu Tzrichin Lichro Kta Yudal V'Tetvav Misafek. Okay. So not like Yom Tov, Shehare, like the Megillah, Afagav, what nevertheless it's from the Rabbanan, but Hihayu, we need to read it on Yud Daled and Tetvav.
If there would be a suffix, you would think that in that case you'd also have to read it from suffix also, even though it's Midrabana.
Oh, and Tetvav.
Right.
So just to clarify, but we do read Megillat Esther. Don't we read it at night and in the daytime and the next day? Or
Right.
it's all the same day. It's all the same day.
Right, exactly. That's still the same day. That's Yud Daled or Tesvav at night. Yeah.
Okay. I answered my own question.
Okay.
Okay, so misafek from a doubt. Okay, ilav mishum the dilema yudalid nikva bismanenu. Okay, and let's see. So ilav, it's not possible.
If it wasn't if it was not because of Ilav Mishum, if it was not because of.
Oh. The dilema yudalid. What's the doubt of the 14th?
Right. Ilav Mishum Dilma Yudal Nikva Bismano. There could be Dilma. There could be that the 14th, the Yudalid is Koveya Bismano, is fixed in its proper time.
Oh, okay. So Yudalid is fixed in its proper time. The Eina, the Ika, and we don't have it on the 15th. Mishum, or maybe because, so therefore we don't have it on the 15th. Below Ya'avor, and
right,
and
meaning that on Yud Dalid we will say it's fixed on the 14th of Adar, and we're not to say by Tesvav on the 15th of Adar because Lo Yavro, meaning it said in the Megillah Esther Lo Yavro, you shouldn't do more than that. Meaning it said, then you're really limiting us to one day. Meaning because it says this, we only do it one day. But if it hadn't said this, we'd really be do 2 days because of suffix.
Okay, so in the Megillah, it says not to do it more than one day.
Right.
Because then that brings up the question about Shushan Purim.
Oh, well, that's also built into the Megillah. That the Megillah also built in for us.
Oh, okay.
That's already fixed, set up for us already.
So
Right.
the Megillah tells us everything. Good. Okay, so below Ya'avor, and it's Esther Tet Kav Zayin. I guess that's a source. Kemoshe Katav HaMordechai b'Megillah Remez Tisha Adkan. And like that Mordechai wrote in the Megillah, a hint of 9.
Right. So now that would be the Rem is Tufshin. That's the sub chapter that's referring to in the that the Mordechai is a Rishon with his commentary on the Gemara and Megillah, and you find it there in the subsection. Remez is like a subsection,
Oh,
right? And subsection Tufshin Ayin Hey, meaning 775.
wow. Okay, end quote.
No. Now he's going to explain to us how to learn the Shulchan Aruch. Take a look here. This is what's very important for us. How to understand a little bit of a Shulchan Aruch.
Okay, so let's see. Ve'efshar shezehi gam kain kavanat Rabbeinu. Is that, and it's possible that this is also the desire of the rabbis?
Well, the Kavanah, the intention, Rabbeinu, that's referencing to the Shulchan Aruch, the Rabbi Yosef Cairo.
Oh, okay. And it tells us Siman, it's like Tet Reish Ayin Aleph Sif Bet. Okay, Shekatav, Bolel Rishon, Madlik Echad. So it writes there, let's see, it's written, Bolel on the first night, we do one lighting. Umikan va'elech mosif v'holech echad b'chol laila. Okay, and va'elech. And from there we continue and go one light each night. Ad sheba achrona yeh shmona. Until the last night, which will be the 8th night. Sheyesh lidakdek ba'arichot hashulchan. And there we are, dakdek.
Can be analytical.
Oh, analytical. I was going to say meticulous, but okay, analytical. The arichat in the Shulchan Aruch.
Right, the Arichas Loshen, meaning there is to be to analyze the extra expressions used in the Shulchan Aruch. Arichas Loshen is like the extra expressions used in the Shulchan Aruch.
Oh, extra expressions. Okay. In the Shulchan Aruch. Let's just lost my place. Hold on 1 second. Oh, okay. Below his peak, low, b'ma shekatav mikan va'elech mosif echad b'chol laila. Okay, So, and we don't, Hifsik is stop? No, that's
It's stop, right?
his peak.
No, no, yeah, sorry, I'm sorry. It's low hispik loy, meaning wasn't it enough for him? Meaning it wasn't, hispik is also like enough, that it's enough. So the low hispik low b'mash kasiv, wasn't it enough that what he wrote already? Meaning, again, he's going into the explanation of why the Shulchan Aruch apparently used extra words here, and he wants to analyze the possible reason why the Shulchan Aruch used extra words, meaning is now he's going to prove to you that there's extra words. Meaning, is it not enough that what he wrote already? That should be enough to get really just to get the halacha stated clearly. It would be enough just to have mentioned what he mentioned already, and not to add extra words. We'll see to the end of the paragraph, then we'll review it.
Okay. So ve'elech mosif echad. Oh, and we add one. We continue adding one each night.
All right.
Okay. Could you please lift up the print a little?
Oh, sure. I'm sorry.
Because I don't have my copy with me.
No,
right now.
here, that should be better for you now.
Okay.
Right. So, yeah. So again, he says, yesh ledaktik barikas haloshin. There is to be analytical about the extra expression that's here that we see in front of us in the Shulchan Aruch. Lo hispik, lo b'mash kasev, was it not enough that what he wrote? Mikan ve'elach mosif echad b'kolayla. From now on, is it not enough that we are known and told to add a extra light one day after the next? Meaning, what? Meaning, in other words, why does it have to say that it comes to a total ad b'layl achron yesh shmona, until the last night, which is 8? What does that? He has to teach us how to count. I mean, that seems a little bit elementary for the Shulchan Aruch to be teaching us how to count, right? So the question is, why did he have to write these extra words? Ad b'layl achron hayu shmona. Until the last night, you got a total of 8. That's basically the question he's dealing with.
Okay.
Okay, we understand. So we understand the question.
Well, yeah.
Is there, I have a question about the choice of the 25th of the month. I don't remember, is there a remez in the Megillah? I mean, I'm sorry, not in the Megillah, in history that tells us it was the 25th of the month that they entered again?
Yeah,
That's very clear, or did the Chachamim just pick a day that was close?
No, that was the day. That was the day. Right.
That was actually the day.
Right. Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Yeshlo, where there is to Ella, Yeshlo, where there is to answer.
Okay, so Ella yesh lomar shehara lanu b'lashon zeh she'af bizman hazeh ein tzarich lahadlik rach shmona leilot. Okay, but that is to say, lahora, that we give thanks. Horalana?
To teach them,
To teach us. Okay,
Right.
in this line, in this expression.
Right.
Okay. She'af bizman hazeh, that bizman hazeh, at this time, ein tzarich, we do not
meaning in our
need to
time,
light.
even in our time. Right.
We do not need to light more than 8 nights,
Right.
I guess.
Correct. Right.
Below, Amrinan Bizman Hazeh Ra'oi Lahadlik Tisha Leilot Misafek. Okay, let's see below. And we do not say at this time it's appropriate to light 9 nights because of the suffix. Kemo b'yom tov, just like Yom Tov she mosifin Yom Echad b'safek. Just like Yom Tov, where we add 1 day because of the doubt, the suffix.
Right.
Lachein katav ad she ba'achrona yeh chet below tet. So therefore, they wrote, I guess, odd until the last night will be 8 and not 9. And then what's that from the Maharitz?
That's Maharitz. Yeah, that's one of the earlier authorities. So he's
Okay.
explaining, right? So he's explaining that the reason why the Shulchan Aruch of Yosef Cairo, the Macabre, went out of his way and told us that it's going to be the last night. It's going to be 8, right? And he didn't leave us short and just saying you add 1 each and every day, and you would know at the end of 8 days you'd have 8. No, because he wants to tell you specifically 8, even in our time, where you might think because it's a suffix and you should add an extra day. No, you don't add an extra day, and it's 8 days, and it's only 8 days.
Okay, so because of the suffix, you might add.
Right.
Okay, great. Let's just finish up here. So Hanukah, note Chet Shmona Nerot. What's that? Note?
Nutrican is an acronym. Barry, you want to explain what an acronym is, Barry?
Pardon me?
What, you want to explain what an acronym is? What's an acronym?
An acronym. Isn't that when you use letters to represent a statement like ACLU, American Civil Liberties Union? Isn't that would be considered an acronym?
Right, NASA.
Or
NASA's the
USA,
NASA.
United States of America, like that. That's an acronym, no?
Right. So Hanukkah is also an acronym. Nutrican is an acronym. So Hanukkah, what's the acronym that Hanukkah stands for?
Okay. Let's see. Anachronism. They wrote the halacha.
Halacha.
Halacha is Beit Hillel, is according to Beit Hillel.
That's what Hanukkah stands for?
Hanukkah says, right, Ches Neros. Ches is for the first letter. Nun Neros is for the second letter. V'halacha, the Vav is for the third letter. And Ki, base, the Chaf is Ki base, and Hillel. And the last letter, Hey, is Hillel. So it stands for, Hanukkah stands Ches Neros, V'halacha Ki base Hillel.
Yeah. There's another one though, isn't there?
Yeah, it could be several of them. Yeah, but this is one of them.
I'm sure there's a whole list of them.
Yeah, you could probably add to the list if you want.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So far now, this Hanukkah, I'm up to 3 menorahs that I got to.
Why 3? Why?
No, I'm just teasing. No, I'm just teasing. Now we know that it's only 1.
Right. Now you know it's only 1. Correct.
It would only be a person who was in. Sorry.
Go ahead.
It would only be a person like Lizman Hazeh, if a person was chas v'shalom in prison and he was keeping count, but he wasn't absolutely sure. So that's when he would have to come on to 2 menorahs, which he would have to bribe the guards to get him.
Something like that, right? Okay, very good. So, but do you want to stay out of that situation? You don't want to get yourself in that situation.
No, I'm done with that. No, been there, done that. No.
Yeah. Okay, let's proceed on to the next. Hashuki Hamed. This is of Zilberstein, the son-in-law of Rabbi Elisha Zatzal.
Oh, Pashuke Hamed, Sanhedrin, Daf Mem Aleph, Amud Bet, Lama Ein Osin, Sveika Diyoma B'Hanukah. Okay, so he asks, why don't we observe, because of the doubt of the day, I guess adding a day to Hanukkah.
Right.
B'mecholmot sheluchei b'yadalid.
Based in, Shluchi based
Oh,
in.
based in. Oh, as in places where they sent out, the Beit Din sent out, lo higia le sham shelah. So he didn't arrive there at this question or for this question.
No, they didn't arrive. The messages that based in sent out, they didn't out there in Calcutta. Like we were talking about, in Calcutta, the messages couldn't reach them. So in such a place like Calcutta, why don't they 9 days Hanukkah?
Okay, lama ein osim sveika diyoma b'chol b'mkomot shluchei biyad. Beit Din, lo higia l'sham. So why didn't we make a doubt about the day? Is that in places outside of Israel?
Yes. Any places that were too far away, in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, like Calcutta, any of those places that the base team couldn't get their messages to people in time. So why don't we set up for them like we do on the rest of the Yom Tovim that they keep 2 days?
Okay. Moshe osim b'sha'ar yomim tovim. Okay. And the teshuva is b'she'ela zo amdu harishonim v'teretz avudraham b'shem bal ha'itim mipnei chag hasukot mina Torah. Okay, so this question stood before the Rishonim.
Right, it was already asked by the Rishonim.
Asked by the Rishonim, and Abdu Raham answered in the name of the Baal Ha'itim, because the holiday of Sukkot is from the Torah. Okay, the Miro Razal As Sveiko. And they're strict, Chazal strict about this doubt from the Torah. Lefisha einanu kovim ita al pi haria. So therefore, we don't fix this time based on the sighting of the moon. Aval Hanukah shehi midivreihem. But Hanukkah is from their word.
From the word, meaning literally the words of the rabbis.
The words of the rabbi. They said to observe 8 days of Hanukkah. And they said what the calculation of the molad.
Right.
Okay. Ulika ora mashma midivarav. Okay. And what, according to the lighting, we
And-
learned from their words.
Well, l'chora, it seems, l'chora means it seems, mashma medivrov, it seems from the.
Oh, from their words, okay. Shechol zman shekav'u ha-chodashim al pi hariyah. That all the time we fix the month based on its sighting. In komot sheha shluchim lo higia. What, even in places where there are not where the shluchim, the messengers, don't arrive. Hayu osim tet yamim misafek. So there is 9 days because of the suffix, because of the doubt.
Right. That means, in fact, it's true, meaning in those places where it would be doubtful because the messengers couldn't reach them in time, they would in fact keep 9 days.
Oh,
You have the two menorahs solution, right, Barry?
That's right. That's what we got to do. I mean, it might be a good idea for everybody to use 2 menorahs, as Mana said, just in case, maybe the Chachamim are wrong. I mean, maybe then for sure we know we're right.
Well, if we
That's
do
not
that, then we'd have to get drunk on 2 days Purim also.
Oh,
That.
okay, that's good. That works for me.
We have to fast 2 days for Yom Kippur.
We believe me, we all need it. We could all,
after Rosh Hashanah.
well, and then what? Yeah.
Let's see further. Let's see further what he says.
Okay, so let's see, because of the doubt, okay. Ulam, the chobo, uvron.
Uvara'im. That's what we had previous. That's the Eliyahu Mizrahi. The Ra'im. That's the Nikutrin for his name. Rabbi Eliezer Eliyahu Mizrahi. That's the Ra'im.
Oh, okay, the Re'im, Bitos Votav al Hasmag. His additions on the Smag. Tirtzu Dehata'am Lefi Hanukah Midivrehem Lo Hechmiru Kolkach. That the reason, let's see, Tirtzu,
That's an answer from Teretz.
So the answer, the reason that Hanukah, based on their words, is not strict about this kolkach at all.
Right.
Okay. Umashma she'af bizman shekav'u al pi hariyah. And what we learned that even in the time that they fixed by the sighting of the moon, lo asu tisha yamim. They did not make it 9 days. V'katav Brichei Yosef, and it's written in the Brichei Yosef, Shehi Gemora Mufureshet B'Menachot.
B'Menachos. That's a
Oh, in
Gemara.
Menachot, the Gemara Menachot. Okay, and it says Daf Samech Hey Chet, I guess. Amid Bet.
Amid Bet, right? Very good.
Okay. The Rav Papa, the Rav Huna, read the Rav Yoshua, Achli Chodesh Be'oraita, the the Shitaser.
The Shitaser, this is Aramaic now. This is already Aramaic.
Yevaser. Kisavre Chodesh Bechutz La'aretz D'Rabanan L'Tzveika Lo Chashinan. So basically from that, from, what was it, Menachot, we said?
Right.
That
in the
the
Gemara
rabbis didn't establish the 9 days because of a sveika, because of a doubt.
Right. That's a specific Gemara talking about the eating of Chadash. So it says there that Rav Papa and Rav Huna Bereid Rav Yehoshua, they ate Chadash on the Orta on the night of the 16th, which was the day after the 15th, and then they Pesaver, because they held that Chadash B'chutzlars is the Rabbanan, V'sveika lo chashirin. For Suffolk, they were a choshesh to be machmir in a Suffolk the Rabbanan. Okay, that's just a proof that you see that they were lenient when it came to a question in a din Rabbanan. Okay, let's see the next top of the next page. Ulam. However,
I just want to bring up the subject of a break.
the break.
Since we're, I mean, I know we get so deep involved that we lose complete track of time, but
Yeah. Okay. Good. You did a good job. We need. It's time to correct, Barry. It's time to take a break, right? Like as they say, you just can't keep a good man down, right?
no, I'm like, I'm just assuming the role of the shamish.
No, very good, very good. It's a good time to stop because we're not going to get to finish it now anyway. So we'll regroup and then continue on tomorrow, Mitzvah Shem. And right now we'll take a short break and then we'll continue with the second shir in the Hilchos Mr. Brewer halachas relevant to Hanukah.
Okay, very good.
Thank you, Mayor. Very good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Only in a few minutes.